Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Just doing just a collection video again today, but doing my 4 favourite strikers. And anyone who's watched my channel for any length of time will probably not be surprised by this. As anyone knows, I'm a bit of a flint and steel addict, and these are my 4 strikers that I love out of my collection. I've got nearly 100 strikers now that I've collected. I've started collecting them, I don't know, probably about 14 months ago, and now that I've started making them, I have been able to build the collection up a bit, but a lot quicker than buying them. I have bought most of those, but these are the 4 that I would absolutely not be able to do without, and they are among the best sparkers that I've got. They generate the best sparks that any of my strikers do, and each one represents something that something special to me, through just something special. Obviously my custom is first up. It's easily, and of course I'm going to use flint to do this. I wouldn't use anything else. I was actually going to get some Norfolk flint out, but no, I'll just use my normal flints out of here. But yeah, my custom is obviously going to be my favourite striker out of all of them, made by Andy Kirkham, and he did a fantastic job. It is quite simply a spectacular striker, and I love showing it off. It is everything I want in a striker. It's fantastic. Generates sparks like anything on a sharp edge. As soon as you get onto a sharp edge, no dramas whatsoever. Even on a blunt edge, it generates sparks. No worries whatsoever. I love it. And obviously I am going to get embers with all of them. While designing this one, I wanted a bigger striker, and that was why I went with this size. I've always liked a big striker, and I think it adds a lot of weight to the strike. And I find with the bigger strikers too, they do their momentum as you're going. You don't have to strike very hard with them. This rock's not really good shape, but we can work with it. No dramas whatsoever. It's always a pleasure to work with this one. I should really rip that in half, but anyway. Let's see if I can get it in one. No. There we go. I don't usually go for 1 strikes, but with a Kirkham, they're pretty easy to do. One more. No dramas whatsoever. Andrew Kirkham, Custom King Crown. Obviously top of the heap, but yeah, I love that one. Then on to the first striker I made by myself. Jack did give a little bit of a hand with it, but yeah, that was the first one I made myself. I really love this one too. It it sparks really well. Made from an old Nicholson file. I think it was Brazil one, this one. Yeah, it just sparks really well too. Just generates heaps and heaps of sparks. Again, as I've always said, I like a larger striker. I like the thick strike faces. Obviously like working them in pinch grips. All my strikers work that way. Let's see if I can get it on this one. And I do tend to gravitate towards this, like this sled type striker. They are easier to make, I will admit that. I've been doing a lot of the double curls and that, but yeah, I prefer the sled types with the single curl because they are a lot easier to make. I should pick better rocks. There we got one. Oh, I'll get better rocks, better shapes. But I've got I actually got a few planned for the next time I go over there. But yeah, this one works really well. I'm so happy with the way it turned out. No dramas whatsoever. First striker ever made. Made out of an old Nicholson file. My Olivemead, I think it's the FS-2. This is the first one I actually ever bought. I think it was the first striker. Not the first striker I ever bought, but the first like sort of high-end striker I ever bought. And yeah, I've always been really happy with the Olivemead ones. They spark so well. You just get onto it, the sharp edge, and they just shower sparks. I've got this entire range now, so yeah, really happy with the Olivemeads. And obviously, yeah, as I said, holds a special place in my heart, that striker. Yeah, fantastic strikers. He makes a really good striker. And obviously that's why it's in my top 4. And as you see, really easy to make embers with. Especially with all those raggedy edges. That charcoal's got some really good raggedy edges. There we go, it's caught there. And that leads me to my last one. I've really fallen for this. That's one of my file striker ones, Antler builds, non-forged file strikers. It's a fantastic little striker. It sparks really well. I'm amazed at how well these file strikers actually spark without hardening them. If you didn't have to bend them into shape, I wouldn't worry about hardening them as far as they go, you know. Like that's why with these ones, yeah, they just spark so well. And I've this Antler, beautiful colour, and that's why it's up into my top 4. It's a fantastic striker. Feels really good in the hand. Nice thick strike phase. Fantastic striker. And there they are. My top 4 strikers out of my collection. As I said, they all hold something special in my heart. And if I had to pick out of my collection, they'd be the 4 I would pick. But I'd always go for that one straight away as my top striker. But it'd be a toss-up between those two. I'd never be able to part with either of those two because they are spectacular between the two of them. I love all my strikers, but yeah, they're my top 4 anyway. But I just wanted to show them off again. Anyway, that's my top 4 strikers out of my collection. Just again showing you how they spark. I hope that's coming up on camera. And that's actually starting to get pretty blunt. So yeah, pretty easy to see why I like them. Anyway, thanks for watching.